Good afternoon, and welcome to the 2012 Golden Bishop Awards. My name is Kimberly Goldsberry, and I'm your Dean of Students. It is an honor to be with all of you today for this exciting celebration. It's been a week of celebrations, I would say. Many of us have had the opportunity to attend multiple ceremonies, but this is probably one of my favorite because it crosses across so many different areas of the university. So thank you for all being here today. I'd like to introduce you to the two gentlemen seated up here on the stage with me. Dr. Rock Jones, our university president. And Dr. Craig Olam, our Vice President for Student Affairs. Well, it is the Golden Bishops, and there's a great number of talented, dedicated, and loyal student leaders in our midst. I hope that those of you receiving awards today have been able to enjoy some much-deserved praise and recognition for being gold medal winners, as Olympians that you all are, in our eyes, and with those of many others. Your biggest fans surround you today. OU faculty, staff, family, and friends. We have all closely followed your collegiate careers. We have supported you by putting on events, purchasing tickets to attend events, fundraisers, and watched you grow and delighted in your successes along the way. This is our time to thank you for all your passion, dedication, and contributions to your campus community and beyond. A few reminders before we get started. You might want to turn off your cell phones so no one gets embarrassed by that awkward cell phone ring. Please be sure to note in your program there are descriptions of all the individual awards themselves, because our presenters will spend the majority of their time speaking about our recipients. Now let's get the celebration started. Please join me in welcoming our first presenters of the afternoon, Mr. Adam Bibb of State Farm Insurance, and Mr. Richard Kinsley, the Executive Director of Ohio Campus Compact.
Well, good afternoon. It's our pleasure to be here today to present the Ohio Campus Compact Charles J. Ping Award for Student Community Service. Ohio Campus Compact is a statewide nonprofit organization working with colleges and universities across the state to support student and institutional participation in community service and service learning and civic engagement. Our offices are currently located on the campus of Denison University, but we're one of 35 state compact offices around the country with a national office in Boston, Massachusetts. The Charles J. Ping Award is named in honor of Charles J. Ping, past president of Ohio University and one of the founding members of Ohio Campus Compact. This award is designed to recognize and honor undergraduate students who provide outstanding contributions in leadership to community service on their campuses and their local communities. This award is a statewide award granted annually to only a handful of students from across the state. To be eligible, a student must be nominated by their college president, complete an essay, and provide documentation of their leadership and service work. And this year, in partnership with State Farm Insurance, we're recognizing 10 students from across the state of Ohio with this award. And in addition, through support of the State Farm Insurance, we're recognizing our top 4 Ping Award winners with a $500 Legacy Award. That's a $500 check given in the student's name in the student's choice of community organizations or community partners. So it's our pleasure to present $500 Honorarium Award and the Charles J. Ping Award to Iftikhar Shofnel. And we're recognizing Iftikhar for not only his work in very different ways in community service in the local community, but in particular for his work on hunger issues, both locally and internationally. And his $500 Legacy Award he's decided to give to Ohio Wesleyan for the Haiti project that they're working on. So congratulations.
Good afternoon. I'm Sally Lieber, and I am from the Service Learning Office at Ohio Wesleyan. And I would like to take a moment before I present my awards to recognize two people who really don't want to be recognized, but without whom I could not have done my work this year, and they are my wonderful vistas, Mary Canishiro and Rosa Dixon. So please give them a round of applause. The first award that I'm giving this afternoon is the Columbus Initiative Award for Excellence in Tutoring and Mentoring. The recipient this year is Yvonne Hendricks. And Yvonne, would you come join me on the stage? Each year, this award is given to a graduating senior whose exemplary service and hundreds of hours of service epitomize the very best of Ohio Wesleyan. Yvonne has worked with the Columbus Initiative at least 2 days a week for 8 semesters while she's been at Ohio Wesleyan. By my count, she has tutored over 30 students, and that doesn't include all the times that we said, oh, can you take these students too? Or the times that students fought over who got to be with her, and she ended up taking all of them. This past Thursday, I was at Linden, and I talked to some of these students, and I asked them if they would give me some comments that I could include about Yvonne. They said, she's tough, she makes me work, she's serious, we don't play around. She's my role model, she's my friend. She always shows up, and I can depend on her, and I think that says a lot about Yvonne. I often think that we in the Service Learning Office see a very different side of Wesleyan students who tutor and mentor in the inner city. We see a kindness, a depth of character, a perseverance, a hopefulness, and an ability to deal with tests of patience that they never anticipated when they were interviewing for the job. So in this very public setting, I would like to thank Yvonne for all that she has done, for making and keeping a long-term commitment, for stepping up as a good role model, and for caring about those among us who have the least and who need the most guidance and care. Yvonne Hendricks. The next award is the Bridge Builder Award. It is given to Ohio Wesleyan students in recognition of exemplary service within the Delaware community, particularly for service that benefits our community partners. In a separate ceremony, the following students will be honored along with their community partners for being bridges between our campus community and the Delaware community. And I would just like to read those names to you right now. Christopher Brooks for his work at Grace Clinic, Abby Doctor for her work with Habitat and also for initiation of the Backyard Justice Retreat program, Kelsey Kerstetler for Big Brothers Big Sisters at Willis, Joey Reinhardt for working with the Team Mentoring program, Linda Stover for working with Helpline, Hazel Barrera, Magdalena Jacobo, Gabby Melgar, and Mariah Roberts for working at the Woodward Family Resource Center, and also Hazel Barrera, Magda Jacobo, and Gabby Melgar for working at the Woodward School. The next award, which we will be handing out this afternoon, is the Patricia G. Young Award for recognition for outstanding leadership and service to children and youth. And I would like Jennifer Federer, this year's recipient, to join me on the stage. So let's talk about her. Many of you know about Jennifer's participation and leadership in Greek Life, Circle K, the President's Club, and the Campus Girl Scouts. Many of you also know about Jennifer's work with the American Sign Language Club, and you've often seen her at the side of many events signing so that everyone there can fully participate. Some of you have heard her stories about being a camp counselor, a swimming teacher, and a lifeguard. But I think fewer of you are probably aware of the depth and breadth of her extensive work with children, both as an education major and as a participant in community service. During her freshman year, Jennifer came up to the Service Learning Office, and she wanted to find some way to make a difference. And her initial work involved supporting students who were not yet identified for special services over at Woodward in grades K through 4. This evolved into an unwavering 4-year commitment, and the students and staff at Woodward today hold Jennifer in highest esteem for her professionalism and also for the personal qualities she has that made this partnership a reality. I spoke with Dr. Amy McClure about Jennifer's work as a young professional in education, and she had this to say. Jen is an extremely hardworking, conscientious, enthusiastic young woman with a strong commitment to help children thrive intellectually, socially, and emotionally. Throughout her time at Ohio Wesleyan, Jen has sought opportunities to work with children in a variety of settings and a variety of grade levels. From her extensive work with children at Woodward to her student teaching experiences in challenging and diverse settings, Jen has been the consummate professional, someone who motivates children to achieve more than they ever dreamed possible. So it is with great pleasure that I present this award to Jennifer Federer. Congratulations. Our last award is the Student Humanitarian Award. Gretchen Curry, will you join me on the stage? So, Gretchen has the heart of a servant leader. Come on over here. She has a gift for philanthropy and a great passion for engagement on the international level. And throughout her career, Gretchen has repeatedly demonstrated a great capacity for thoughtful leadership. The following is but a small sampling of activities which exemplify Gretchen's activism and commitment. Gretchen has provided student leadership in the Haiti Owu Initiative. She has had a productive tenure in the Women's Resource Center, serving as student co-coordinator and creating and promoting worthy initiatives such as Written on the Body. She has served as a past president of OWU's STAND chapter, and she has coordinated a variety of philanthropy events, including the very successful Bodo Initiative Dinner. Gretchen has been a proactive resident of the Peace and Justice House, a committed tutor with the Columbus Initiative, and before coming to Wesleyan, Gretchen served as a City Year Corps member in San Antonio. Gretchen embraces the world as her classroom. She has traveled to Haiti with 2 Ohio Wesleyan groups, participated in study abroad and cultural exchange programs in South Africa and Nicaragua, and traveled and served with the Episcopalian Diocese in Colombia, Cuba, and the Dominican Republic. In each instance, Gretchen embraces the culture, and she continues to share her passion and perspectives with our campus communities. We are the beneficiaries. At Ohio Wesleyan, we talk a great deal about education for service and leadership. Gretchen Curry is among a small group of children who very fully embodies this ethos, and I am so honored to present to her the Sarah Pollan-Casto Student Humanitarian Award for exemplary dedication in leadership and public service on campus and in the global community. Congratulations. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Nancy Biel-Rutkowski, the Interim Director of the Student Involvement Office, and I'm pleased to present awards today to people and to programs who've made a significant difference on our campus this year. The first award is the 2012 Program of the Year Award, which will be presented to 5 organizations that collaborated on one incredible program, Soccer for Food. If representatives, or in fact all of the groups who are here, from Rafiki, Tawhid, Horizons, the Zoology Board, and the Interfaith Leadership Council, if you could please join me up on stage. These 5 groups worked together to create a World Cup-style soccer tournament to raise funds to aid the East African hunger crisis. 17 teams competed in the tournament, with approximately 300 people attending. In the end, more than $1,200 was raised for the CARE East African Relief Fund. Not only did these student leaders raise funds for a worthy cause, they also increased the awareness in the Owu and Delaware community about the struggles in East Africa. They accomplished all of this while bringing together a diverse group of clubs, Greek organizations, faculty, and staff for a day of fun and camaraderie. Congratulations, Soccer for Food. Come on over for a photo. Might take a minute. Horizons. Interfaith Leadership Council. Congratulations. One more round of applause. I think that was most of our campus right there, which is perhaps why they won. And now for the Advisor of the Year. Nominated by the Student Union on Black Awareness, the 2012 Advisor of the Year is Ms. Therese Stevenson. If you'll join me on the stage, please. Her student nominators write, Therese truly exhibits the genuine characteristics of what I think an advisor should be. She is considerate, a great listener, compassionate, and is interested in our lives. She gives us positive encouragement as well as constructive criticism. She provides her time and efforts in any way that she can. Another nominator writes, what I like best about Therese is that she is an Owu alum who reminds SUBA and their umbrella organizations that they must uphold the legacy and traditional values that they were founded upon. She reminds us where we came from, who we are, and all the possibilities for where we could go. Well done, Therese. And finally, I'm pleased to announce the recipient of the Organization of the Year Award goes to the Spirit and Homecoming Organization, otherwise known as SHOW. If the members could please join me on stage. SHOW has excelled in many ways and grown in leaps and bounds this year. In addition to growing their membership, they've sponsored many activities and events. Here's just a quick look at SHOW's successes. Homecoming Week kicked off the year with a banner contest, cookie giveaway, homecoming king and queen competition, a dance on the hill, and so much more. But they didn't stop there. Beyond homecoming, SHOW assisted the alumni office with events such as the Sophomore Halfway There Party and Tuition-Free Forward Day. They also helped to bring more than 50 people out to the Hudler tree lighting, despite the fact that instead of snowy, it was cold and rainy. SHOW has created excitement and spirit among students, faculty, and staff through events like Beat the Winter Blues Day, Show Your Love Day, and Spring Fever Day. A new initiative for SHOW this year was the Red Alert program. Each sports team provided SHOW with a game that they would like to encourage attendance at, and SHOW did the rest. In this regard, SHOW paired up with WCSA to organize the viewing party for the Men's Soccer National Championships. If you were anywhere near Hamwell that weekend in December, you know just how successful this was, not only for our national championship team, but also for campus morale and community building. Successful events aren't all that is important to show. They focus on leadership development, building the skills of their members, and club unity. They actually refer to themselves as the Happy Club. So I'm happy to announce that SHOW is the Organization of the Year. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Therese Stevenson, and I'm the Director of Multicultural Student Affairs here at Ohio Wesleyan University and a proud member of the class of '95. I'm here to present the Pete and Barbara Smith Leadership Award. The Pete and Barbara Smith Leadership Award is presented to a student who, through their various campus involvements, exhibit extraordinary leadership, create opportunities for involvement, and display dignity and value for their fellow persons. This award is named for Pete from the class of '70 and Barbara from the class of '74 Smith, the founders and visionaries for the Student Union on Black Awareness, otherwise known as SUBA. Their vision of a united community, leadership in unifying the community, and commitment to their community were felt in 1968 with the founding of SUBA, and their legacy continues today. This year, I have the distinct honor of giving this award to two student leaders who have made a true difference in our community through their thought-provoking programs and innovation, creating a vision while infusing the mission and fostering a legacy of their organizations, aiding other students and their organizations by offering support and assistance, and through unselfish service, were dedicated to the betterment of our OWU and global communities. Through their exemplary service and leadership, by positively leading their organizations through difficult and unexpected transitions, I am proud today to present this award to Jean Sludge, co-president of SUBA, and Hazel Barrera, co-president of Viva, who have earned the respect of their peers, and such an honor to receive this award. Jean and Hazel actually received their plaques last Sunday at Kashinde, but we want to honor them again, and proudly we ask that they wear their new OWU paraphernalia on campus. You're welcome, hon. This is yours. Congratulations. Jean. Congratulations.
I'm very excited to present the next award to you, the OWU Spirit Award for 2012. If we were to determine the recipient based on the quantity of nominations as the key factor in making that decision, the OWU Spirit Award would very clearly have gone to Ronisha Addison, but it went to her because of the quality which she brings. She received nominations from her peers, from supervisors, and from campus administrators. As I said, quality is the reason that Ronisha is honored as our recipient. So I'd ask her to come forward if she would at this time. Ronisha's a little bit shy. I want to let you hear a little bit of what her nominators had to say about Ronisha. She exudes pride in her institution. I know that people in the community look to her as a role model and aspire to be the good person that she is. Ronisha can be seen everywhere and anywhere on campus. She's either working in career services or multicultural student affairs or attending events. She shows great OWU spirit in her work with the President's Club, always being friendly and happy to greet and meet families of students and alumni. Ronisha gets along with everyone. She never leaves anyone out, and you always feel comfortable around her. This is the spirit of Ohio Wesleyan. Ronisha Addison is the spirit of Ohio Wesleyan. So please join me in congratulating Ronisha as the spirit of OU. It's now my privilege to recognize our outstanding first-year students for 2012. This year we celebrate 2 outstanding first-year students, 1 male and 1 female. And I would ask them both to come to the front as well as I share a little bit about them. So if Lauren Holler and Maymay on Woody Way would please come up front. Hopefully I said that right, Maymay. Our first recipient is Lauren Holler. Lauren's nominator's right. I always have to remind myself that Lauren is a first-year student. When she walks into a room, she has the presence that lets you know she is a leader. Lauren has immersed herself in life at OU. She is a member of Kappa Alpha Theta sorority, a member of SHOW, participates in yoga club, choreographed a dance for Terpsichore, and was the Rhode Island State Chair for Mock Convention. She has participated in WCSA this year and will serve as a resident assistant next year. A double major in politics and government and dance, Lauren currently holds a 4.0 GPA, and Lauren says of her college choice, OU has given me great opportunities to reach my fullest potential. So congratulations to Lauren. Maymay on Woody Way is our second recipient, and he is an international studies major from Centerville, Ohio. Maymay has hit the OU ground running. He has participated in WCSA as a Bashford Hall representative and is also on the budget committee, which is no easy task. Maymay is affiliated with Rafiki Wa Africa, is a founding father of Phi Gamma Delta fraternity, and is a member of the national championship soccer team. His nominator mentions that he takes academics very seriously, always taking in extra credit opportunities and stretching himself with honors courses, achieving a 3.92 fall semester GPA as a first-year student. That's pretty awesome. Another nominator writes, "You can't help but feel a little bit better about your day after having an encounter with Maymay. He is positive, uplifting, and has a great smile. Don't you agree?" We look forward to seeing that smile on campus in years to come, so good work, Maymay, and congratulations to our 2012 outstanding first-year students. Congratulations. Yeah, we'll get a little picture with you guys together. And stop and pose. I think they might want your picture. Maybe later. We'll get it later. And Anthony is coming as our president of WCSA is coming forward. I'll let him introduce himself to you.
Hi there, good afternoon everyone. My name is Anthony McGuire. I'm the president of WCSA, Ohio Wesleyan Student Government. I think it is quite fitting at this time of the year, the twilight of the school year, we look back upon what we've accomplished and see what things were essential in making sure we accomplish those things. And I think the following 3 recipients of the WCSA Awards are truly the foundation of what we've accomplished this past year, and we could have done nothing without them. So if you'd indulge me for a second, I'd like to do things a little bit differently. I'm gonna do this more like the Oscars. Like I'm gonna talk about the person, and at the end they come up. Is that fine? I just thought it's more dramatic, so. Okay. WCSA Best New Member. Bursting onto the OU scene unexpectedly, this vivacious freshman wowed us all with her dedication and ferocity. The one, the only, Lauren Holler. In this brief year, she has already surprised and awed all members of WCSA, making a splash by winning the election for class of 2015 representative. One can only assume that the freshman class is one of the wisest to elect such a worthy candidate. She currently chairs the Residential Affairs Committee, taking on some of the toughest issues facing our school, such as off-campus housing, public safety, dining services. Her co-chair, Timothy O'Keefe, a WCSA veteran, is often impressed and sometimes intimidated by the degree to which Lauren excels. Her passionate spirit deserves many gold medals. When this current generation of WCSA All-Stars passes on the Olympic torch, we can all sleep well at night, knowing that people like Lauren will remain vigilant and committed to the pursuit of excellence. As Ohio Wesleyan moves into the future, we can all look to Lauren as a beacon of hope. So, the award for the WCSA Best New Member goes to Lauren Holler. For the past 3 years, this WCSA member has tirelessly dedicated herself to the cause of the students. With her unfailing nerve and unlimited energy, she makes sprinting marathons look easy. She was appointed as an at-large representative her freshman year. She dominated the elections her sophomore year, winning the class of 2013 representative position. Now she is the incredibly dynamic vice president, truly the rock of WCSA 2012. Through the efforts of Carly Halal, everyone at Ohio Wesleyan finishes in first place, capturing the essence of what makes us all proud to be bishops. The Herculean effort required to stay involved with student government for 3 years straight is something very few people have accomplished, and Carly is part of that select few. She has run the decathlon every single year, often being at the forefront of concerns regarding residential life and dining services. From chairing the Residential Affairs Committee to leading the Executive Committee, she sets the standard. Bishops should be thankful that this Olympic all-star still has one more semester left in their position to challenge the process, model the way, and fight the good fight. So I'd like to present the WCSA Best Overall Member Award to Carly Halal. Thank you. Although WCSA has a powerful presence on this campus, it could not be without so many of our well-informed advisors, people we consider our friends. And that is where, this year, Jean Castelli has truly came in. As the director of Chartwell's, Jean deals with issues pertaining to food and dining services, which, as one can only imagine, is no easy task. But whether he's battling the burrito crisis or making sure we have enough cookies for our tabling sessions, Jean, over and over, has proved himself as someone who sincerely wants to go above and beyond for the students' needs. His gold medal-worthy persistence and dedication to helping us reach our goals as student leaders has truly championed our hearts, earning him the title as our best friend of WCSA this year. So I would like to present the Friend of WCSA Award to Jean Castelli.
The W Association Award is given to our top male and female student athletes. This year we have two very special award winners. The award honors athletic achievement, but also character, leadership, balance, and academic accomplishments. Would Mackenzie Conway come up front? Come on up. One of our award winners, James DiBiasio, is unable to attend today's ceremony. He's currently at our varsity baseball game on the other side of campus here. But James is a member of Sigma Phi Epsilon and, of course, our baseball team. He's a successful leader in both organizations. And his legacy at Ohio Wesleyan will be his tremendous efforts in introducing the Balanced Man program to SIGEP, in his role as a role model for both male students and athletes and young students in the community of Delaware. Mackenzie is a member of the Delta Gamma sorority and the women's tennis team. She was selected as a member of our top 10 student athletes at Ohio Wesleyan's Scholar Athlete Dinner. based on her community service, her leadership, her involvement in campus programs, and her academic and athletic talents. Mackenzie's coach, Michelle Parrish, was selected as the Big Ten Sportswoman of the Year her senior year at Ohio State University. She tells me that Mackenzie is the best student athlete, scholar athlete she's ever been around. As a result, beginning next year, Ohio Wesleyan Athletics will present 2 new awards at our Scholar Athlete Banquet. They'll be for Sportsman and Sportswoman of the Year. Mackenzie, we would be honored if we could put your name on the Sportswoman of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, Mackenzie Conway. Congratulations.
Over the past year, President's Club has been a busy and successful group. Members have served at Pritchard House events, have organized President's Ball, and participated in leadership development activities, including a retreat. Today, we would like to thank a superb group of seniors, many of them who were part of the President's Club reorganization 3 years ago, for their commitment. And so I will read their names and ask them to come forward as I tell you a bit about each of them. And we begin with Renisha Addison, and we're so glad to see Renisha's family here with her today. Renisha has held several leadership positions and has been involved in various organizations throughout her academic career. She has served on the English Student Board, President's Club, Academic Status Committee, SUBA, Sisters United, Habitat for Humanity, and a host of other groups. After graduation, she plans to pursue graduate studies in speech pathology. Renisha Addison. I'll ask Alex Bailey to come forward. Alex Bailey's senior year was much like the previous 3, busy. He was a tight end on the football team, a member of Athletes in Action, secretary for the President's Club, and he continued to contribute to Black Men of the Future. During the annual Martin Luther King Day annual breakfast, Alex served as a speaker. In the fall, Alex will be teaching high school social studies in Southeast Texas. Alex Bailey. Cale Boer. Cale has had an awesome senior year. He was the captain of the cross-country team and is currently running track. He has served as an FCA huddle leader, works as a senior editorial assistant for the Historian, and is a student leader in Life Point Church's youth ministry. In the fall, Cale hopes to be working as an intern pastor at Life Point and doing graduate work in theology. Cale Boer. Amy Braun. In the fall, Amy finished her term as president of Delta Gamma sorority. This semester, she continued to refine her leadership skills with her position as a senior intern in the admission office, serving as an ambassador for the Ohio Wesleyan community. Amy graduates in May with a major in both politics and government and sociology and a minor in history. She plans to take a year off before enrolling at the University of Richmond School of Law. Amy Braun. Tim Carney. Tim completed his term as WCSA Vice President during the fall semester and had the honor of serving as Executive Director of Mock Convention in February. In March, Tim was initiated as a founding father of Phi Gamma Delta. He's a member of the men's lacrosse team. In the short term, he hopes to work on a presidential campaign. Tim Carney. Katrina Hansen. Katrina here? Anthony Harper. Anthony Harper has enjoyed his time at Ohio Wesleyan and made the most of it. He would like to share that he will remember all of his awesome friends, unforgettable experiences, and influential faculty and staff. He's currently applying to serve in the Peace Corps and seeking jobs that involve teaching English abroad. Anthony Harper. Jennifer Federer. It's been a busy second semester for Jennifer, student teaching while still trying to find time for her favorite extracurricular activities, including Delta Zeta, the ASL Club, and Circle K. She says she wishes she could return to Europe on another Theory to Practice grant this summer, but instead she'll look for employment teaching in an elementary school. Jennifer Federer. Olympian Philip Forsgren. Philip began his senior year studying abroad at the Copenhagen Business School in Denmark, where he immersed himself in the culture there. Overseas, he was able to continue his studies in economics and won a prize for a commercial competition titled Why to Study in Denmark. Returning to OWU, he was active in the campus community with highlights including President's Club Membership Selection Committee and Sigma Chi New Member Educator. After graduating, Philip intends to grow, learn, be happy, smile, and laugh more often. Philip Forsgren. Holly Gilbert. Highlights of Holly's senior year include serving as Vice President of Education for Kappa Alpha Theta, captain of the varsity women's swimming and diving team, and working with President's Club to plan a successful President's Ball. She graduates with an early childhood education major and hopes to teach in an elementary setting in the Washington, D.C. area. Holly Gilbert. Olympian Kate Miller. During her senior year, Kate Miller worked as an intern in the Student Involvement Office and as a member of the President's Ball Planning Committee. She is a journalism major who is moving to Denver after graduation and seeking employment in the media industry or with a government agency. Kate Miller. Bhavna Murali. Bhavna was very busy throughout her senior year. She served as the president of President's Club, treasurer of the Senior Class Council, vice president of Mortar Board, and as a resident assistant in Smith Hall. Additionally, she has been invited to be a member of Phi Beta Kappa. After a relaxing summer in India, in the fall she will be attending Washington University in St. Louis to pursue her PhD in molecular cell biology. Bhavna Murali. Emily Olmsted. Emily graduates with a degree in early childhood education. She's been student teaching this spring at St. Mary's School and to Columbus City School. Emily's a member of the women's varsity golf team and teaches a local gymnastics class for young children. After graduation, she plans to move to Washington, D.C. to further her career in education. Emily Olmsted. Michelle Strong. After graduation, Michelle plans to move from New Hampshire to Phoenix, Arizona to teach inner-city elementary children students with the Teach for America program. Teaching in the inner city has always been a dream of Michelle's, and she is excited to start a new adventure so far from home. Michelle Strong. Kate Rollin. Kate has had a great senior year and shares that she can't believe it's almost time for graduation. She's taken advantage of the many opportunities OWU offers through her involvement in Greek life as president of Kappa Alpha Theta, to spending spring break in Ireland learning about their political and economic culture. She will be graduating with a major in economics management and a minor in politics and government, with the hopes of working with public policy in Washington, D.C., and later attending graduate school in Europe. Kate Rollin. Brittany Robertson. Brittany Robertson will graduate with an early childhood education major and a dance minor. This year she has worked as the music drama coordinator for the Early Childhood Center, has completed her student teaching both in Olentangy and Hilliard districts, and has been active in the theater and dance department as a member of Theta Alpha Phi and as a choreographer and dancer in this year's production of Orchesis. She hopes to receive a job teaching school in the Northeast Ohio region and integrate her skills in creative movement with children. Brittany Robertson. Katie Jinks. Katie graduates with a theater major and an economics management minor. This year she performed in OWU's production of Dear Brutus and was a member of the theater honorary Theta Alpha Phi. She was co-director of the membership committee of President's Club, is an active member of Delta 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 sorority, and plays on the varsity tennis team. Kate also spent time interning in the Ohio Wesleyan Communication Office. She plans to move to New York City to pursue acting for film and public relations. Katie Jinks. Congratulations and thank you to each of these senior members of President's Club. We move now to the introduction of the new members of the President's Club. We had a record number of applications this year, and we're thrilled with those who will be joining us. Nancy will read their names as they are called forward.
I'm pleased to introduce our new members. Christopher Brooks, a junior from Westerville, Ohio. Please come forward. Reed Callahan, a junior from Cincinnati, Ohio. Clarel Jamen from Cameroon, who is also a junior. Lauren Elkins from Johnstown, Ohio, a junior. Tyler Hendershot, a junior from Lima, Ohio. I think you've seen her already today, but Lauren Holler, a first-year student from Valley View, Ohio. Naima Jackson, a junior from Emeryville, California. Erica Kazi, a sophomore from Wilton, Connecticut. Jennifer Lloyd, a first-year student from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Jacob Miller, a sophomore from Cornwall, Vermont. Rose Moeller Jacobs, a junior from Rockford, Illinois. Marshall Morris, a junior from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Timothy O'Keefe, a sophomore from New Milford, Connecticut. Tori Schlott, a junior from Holland, Michigan. Leah Schaefer from Columbus, she's a junior. Jelani Virgo, a junior from Jamaica. Colleen Wakeman, a junior from Akron, Ohio. And Guani Yang, a junior from China. Congratulations to the President's Club new members.
Good afternoon. My name is Craig Ullum. I'm Vice President for Student Affairs, and I'm here to share with you our Meek Leaders for 2012. The Meek Awards were established 15 years ago with a generous contribution from Philip J. Meek and Nancy Laporte Meek, both OWU class of 1959. These awards are bestowed on seniors who have demonstrated exceptional leadership and service during their career at Ohio Wesleyan. This year, 24 students were nominated for this honor, and from those, 6 were selected. Of the 6 recipients, 4 are selected as Meek leaders, and 2 individuals are recognized as outstanding Meek student leaders. Each recipient will receive a monetary award credited towards existing student loans or a cash stipend when there are no outstanding loans. And this year's awards from the Meeks total over $9,000. So first, the Meek leaders. And when I call your name, if you could come up here, please, and stand while I talk about you, that would be great. Alexander Bailey. Alex is from Mansfield, Ohio, and will graduate with a major in history and a minor in education. He served in a number of leadership capacities at Ohio Wesleyan, including Secretary of the President's Club, Chair of the Black President's Council, Co-President of Black Men of the Future, and Student Representative on the President's Council on Racial Diversity. Alex's service learning involvements included tutoring responsibilities with the Columbus Initiative, involvement in the Mock Convention, speaking and planning duties for the Martin Luther King M-Day celebration, organizing the Martin Luther King Noon Speak Out, and co-organizing mentoring programs for Black Men of the Future and Upward Bound. Alex has participated in international service and study opportunities in Colombia, where he researched the effects of NAFTA and taught 6th and 7th grade bilingual social studies in a local school, in Mexico, where he studied the plants and people of that region, in a Honduran orphanage serving as a volunteer, and in Peru, where he taught English in an orphanage and coordinated sports activities for children. Excelling academically, Alex is a member of numerous history and education honor societies and was a student intern for The Historian. A 3-year member of OWU's varsity football team, Alex has worked to integrate faith and sports in the lives of student athletes through Athletes in Action, and also has found time to help raise funds for the Ohio Wesleyan Fund. He received the Lotus Award for Emerging Student Leaders in the Multicultural Community in 2010, the Pete and Barbara Smith Award for Outstanding Student Leadership in 2011, and was recognized at OWU with a Top 10 Student Athlete Award for Academic Excellence, Service, and Leadership last year. A nominator writes, "Alex is going to be a teacher, and I don't know how much more promising leadership gets than that. As an educator, I am so proud that Alex has chosen this as his path. As a mother of 3, I am so happy that young men like Alex, with the potential to serve as role models and encourage our children, are walking into the classroom to teach." Alex Bailey. Timothy Carney. Tim is from Berkeley Heights, New Jersey, and will graduate with double majors in economics management and politics and government. Acknowledged for his strengths as a role model for others on campus, Tim's engagement in campus life extends to all groups, including students, faculty, and staff. While serving as the student body vice president for the Wesleyan Council on Student Affairs, Tim also chaired the Student Conduct Committee, working to modify the alcohol policy during his tenure. He worked with a team of OWU staff members to develop the OWU Daily to streamline campus communications and has been instrumental in finalizing the My OWU portal. As Executive Director of OWU's Mock Convention 2012, he was responsible for rallying students to support this event and facilitating broad representation to make the convention a true community endeavor. Tim also has served as co-chair of the Membership Selection and Leadership Development Committee of the President's Club and has participated in the National Leadership Program. He is a Corns Business and Entrepreneurial Scholar and a member of several honor societies. As a member of the men's lacrosse team, Tim played in NCAA Division III tournaments for the past 3 years. He organized viewing parties to bring the community together to support the men's soccer team during the national tournaments by crafting a partnership between many student organizations and university departments. His nominator writes, "Tim is an outstanding leader who is self-motivated and dedicated to every endeavor he undertakes. He has an incredible future, and I am confident he will be a loyal and supportive alumnus of Ohio Wesleyan." Tim Carney. Anthony Harper. Anthony is from Westerville, Ohio, and will graduate with double majors in politics and government and economics. Anthony is a member of several honor societies and is a recipient of the BOSS Scholarship, also known as the BOSS Scholarship. And he has served as a staff intern in the Ohio House of Representatives. He has participated in a variety of OWU activities, including Greek Life, Progress OWU, the Student Union for Black Awareness, Outdoor Ministry Club, and Viva. Anthony has served in several leadership roles, including Treasurer of the President's Club, Vice President of the Senior Class Council, and President of CLEAR. His academic service and leadership accomplishments at OWU are complemented by his entrepreneurial talents. As campus manager of University Teas, he developed marketing campaigns and cultivated a client base while exceeding his personal sales goal. So he will be contributing to the annual fund very heavily. Anthony's commitment to serving others and global outreach inspired him to participate in various travel learning experiences throughout the world, including Bosnia and Herzegovina to teach English and American culture to children, Nicaragua to observe business operations there, Pakistan to research Pakistani perspectives on U.S. interventions in Afghanistan, Bangladesh to study the quality of life in that country, and Japan to learn about international space cooperation. Closer to home, when he has been in the United States, he has worked with projects at the Humane Society of Delaware, Habitat for Humanity, and Relay for Life. As a member of OWU's swim team, Anthony shared his swimming skills by teaching children in the Bishop Bubbles program how to swim. A nominator writes, "Anthony's interests in learning about other people and cultures, his interest in solving the world's problems, and his natural tendency towards civic engagement is quite promising for the future of this generation." Anthony Harper. Bhavna Murali. Bhavna is from New Delhi, India, and will graduate with a double major in botany, microbiology, and zoology genetics. Wildly, yeah, you have been. Wildly and widely engaged in many aspects of campus and academic life, Bhavna has blended her leadership, service, and outreach and organizational strengths to enrich OWU's environment and become a role model for others. Taking her leadership skills to the next level, she serves as president of the President's Club, vice president of Mortar Board, treasurer of the Senior Class Council, secretary of the Phi Sigma Biological Sciences Honorary Society, and is a resident assistant in residential life. A phone-a-thon caller for the Ohio Wesleyan Fund and the admissions office, Bhavna has also served as an assistant in OWU Alumni Records Office, a scholarship reporting intern, and an orientation leader for the Student Involvement Office. She has been also a tutor in the zoology department and has worked in the Columbus Initiative. Heavily involved in OWU's summer science research program since 2010, Bhavna is committed to cancer research. Working closely with her professor, Chris Wolverton, she has presented her research at the annual Midwestern Section meeting of the American Society of Plant Biologists. A nominator writes, "Every organization in which Bhavna participated has benefited from her thoroughness and role modeling. She left these groups in better shape than she found them in all kinds of ways, and we will miss her very much." Bhavna Murali. And now our outstanding Meek student leaders. Renisha Addison. Renisha is from Chicago, Illinois, and will graduate with a double major in English and sociology anthropology. All who have had the pleasure of knowing Renisha at OWU say how well she embodies the university's spirit and commitment to educate students through leadership and service opportunities. A student worker in the Office of Career Services since her freshman year, Renisha decided from the time of her earliest days on campus to take full advantage of her college opportunities. She has been a member of President's Club, English Student Board, treasurer of Sisters United, secretary of the Student Union on Black Awareness, a member of the Academic Status Committee, and a presenter at the Great Ideas in Mathematics program. Mentoring others matters greatly to Renisha, who is the head peer mentor and an orientation leader for the Office of Multicultural Student Affairs. Her other group memberships include the Student Awareness Group for Epilepsy, the Pre-Health Club, the Gospel Liars, Viva, Leadershape, Women in Science, Rafiki wa Africa, Talk to the Hand, and the Korean and Japanese Exchange Club. Renisha's service involvement includes her participation in Habitat for Humanity activities, a mission trip to volunteer with the Missionaries of Charity in New York, a member of the Alliance Black Student Leadership, and Unity Through Community. In her spare time, Renisha is a program manager in Upward Bound and volunteers for Helpline and Turning Point in the Delaware community. A nominator writes, "Renisha is interested in lifelong learning and work that has meaning. She is committed to helping others and to being an example and role model for leadership. I believe her efforts have greatly enhanced the quality of life for students at Ohio Wesleyan, particularly those who do not typically have a voice. I will miss her spirit, kindness, smile, and good nature. Good luck, Renisha." Renisha Addison. Sharif Cronemer. Sharif is from Silver Spring, Maryland, and will graduate with a major in neuroscience and a minor in philosophy. Someone was a good talent spotter when 4 years ago Sharif was selected as the outstanding first-year student. Described as a quietly charismatic leader of substance and action, Sharif is one of the most recognizable people at Ohio Wesleyan. He is an effective advocate for his fellow students, always an engaging and empowering force through his many leadership roles, including co-chair and founder of the Healthy Bishop Initiative, captain of the varsity cross-country and track and field team, member of the University Honors Board, and participant in the Leadership National Conference. Sharif served also as vice president and most recently student body president of the Wesleyan Council on Student Affairs. As a WCSA officer, Sharif made numerous presentations to members of the Board of Trustees on wide-ranging topics, including student housing master planning, public safety matters, recreation facilities and programs, and ideas about promoting healthy lifestyles on campus. His academic pursuits have inspired him in his summer science research program, Research, after which Sharif presented data at the Society of Neuroscience conference in November. Passion for his research motivated him to develop and teach a full semester course on consciousness and the mind last fall. Sharif also the combination of strong work ethic, competitive drive, his cross teams and bring his teammates together, while continually pushing himself to improve his running performance throughout his career. By the way, you might want to know that Sharif is now number 19th in the country in the 800 and will most likely be going to nationals very soon. So we just found that out today. Sharif's scholar-athlete accomplishments were key factors in his recognition for the OWU Top 50 Awards and for being named Academic All-District and Honorable Mention Academic All-American for track and field and cross-country. He was honored as the Ohio Wesleyan Presidential Award winner in 2011 as the top overall student athlete among all members of OWU's 23 varsity sports teams. One of his nominators writes, "Clearly, Sharif demonstrates the qualities of a Renaissance student and leader. He excels in scholarly pursuits, is a top athlete in cross country, and is a strong and influential leader at our university. Sharif's past accomplishments are strong indicators of his future performance, which, without question, will be stellar." Sharif Cronemer. Let's give all of our recipients a nice round of applause.
Well, it's been a pretty amazing program, wouldn't you say? A lot of great people here today. Well, it's been a gift for each of us to celebrate the many contributions that all of our students have given to the university and our community. But before we leave, I'd like to thank a few key individuals that helped make today happen. First of all, David Winnick for playing the piano during our reception. Kali Coronaccia, I'll try it again, I know I can get it right. Kali Coronaccia and Rachel Vinciguerra, who are our assistants up front. Both of them are former outstanding first-year student recipients. Our Olympians, Kate Miller and Philip Forsgren, and of course the Bishop for being with us today. Dr. Jones and Dr. Ullum for being here as well. And certainly to the Golden Bishop Awards Committee themselves. Please give them all a hand. We also want to take time to thank all the family members that were able to join us today. It's always a privilege to get to meet the people who share their most treasured gift with all of us here in Ohio Wesleyan. So thank you for all of you who traveled from far and wide to be with us today. I'd again like to congratulate all of our recipients and encourage you to continue to go for the gold in all that you do here at OWU and beyond. And I know that everyone's eager to offer hugs and take photos and all that exciting stuff, but we want to encourage all of our recipients to come up front for a group photo, and then to join everyone in fellowship, looking at all of your wonderful photographs that are up and enjoying any more of our refreshments as we close our day. So again, thank you and congratulations. So recipients, come on up. We're going to get a big group shot.